We had some inclement weather coming through here, Bob Pettit, some lightning, some storms that wiped away the sophomore game. That game got canceled, but we got the varsity game starting here about 15 minutes earlier than expected. They're trying to get this game in.
Cleared up really nice for about an hour here. It was treacherous driving, though. It was just unbelievable how much rain that was coming down, but it's getting a little dark here again, so, you never know what's going to happen. One big lightning bolt, and it'll put some nasty feelings in here, but we're going to receive here, Lauren, and we're going to get this game underway.
Geneseo will have the wind at their back when they get the football here, so the Cardinals will be kicking into the wind. Joey Medina and Devin Haxby are the two deep receivers standing at around the 10-yard line. We're about ready to get underway. Geneseo 1-0, and Blue Island is 0-1. Kick coming down to Haxby at the 20. Comes to this near sideline and is wrapped up and brought down out past the 30-yard line. Looks like they'll mark it at about the 33. And for Geneseo, Greg Rusk is starting at quarterback. The senior at 6'1", 175, had a great outing last week, 6 of 10 passing, 106 yards and a touchdown. He's joined in the backfield by fullback Lane Akery, halfback Ryan Pitra, and Joey Medina at wingback.
One change we know we're going to have here is Jacob Van Doren had a concussion, suffered a slight concussion, and he will not be playing tonight.
Geneseo's going to hand off and give it to Akery, trying to get off to the left side of the offensive line. A short run for Akery out to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The other change that we're aware of is Tyler Mackey had to stay home with 102 fever, and so we will have Devin Haxby in the defensive backfield.
So a couple changes lineup-wise for Geneseo in the second week of the season. Alex Disher is split out wide to the left. In the slot formation is Drew Himmelman, who had a great game last week. Hand off up the middle. Back to Lane Akery, and he's close to that first down marker. So it'll be just about a yard short. It'll be 3rd and 1 at the 43-yard line of Geneseo.
Very nice hold by the offensive line of Geneseo. We haven't called those names out yet, but last week we talked about them being young and needing just a little bit of experience, and that last week I'm sure helped them a great deal. That was a very nice hole.
The center is number 53, Jacob Beeth. The guards on the right side is Zach Shefsky, and the left guard is Carson Krause, and the left tackle Sam Thomas. 3rd and short. Pitra hitting the backfield. I don't think he got back to the line of scrimmage as he was gang tackled, and a loss on the play. It'll be 4th and 2. Football at the Geneseo 41-yard line. It looks like the punt team's going to come in.
And it was Parker Salisbury at that other tackle spot in for Jacob Van Doren. So Leafs are going to have to punt this ball away. That's not a good start. They look like on those first 2 plays, looked like they were going to move right downfield, and Eisenhower just came up with a nice stop.
10:05 to play in the first quarter. We're scoreless. Geneseo to punt the ball. That's Greg Rusk standing back at the 30. Wind behind his back, and this goes over the punt returner. Takes a Geneseo roll, but rolls right into the end zone for a touchback.
Had a lot of roll on it, rolled in the end zone and practically out. So Eisenhower's going to start here. These Cardinals are going to start at the 20-yard line. Leafs defense comes into play.
Cardinals last week lost to Rich East 28-22. They were 4-5 last season, lost 4 straight to end the year, and they've got some key players back. We'll tell you about them as we go along here. For Geneseo defensively, they'll play the 3-4 with Grant Pritchard in at nose guard, Drew Himmelman and Lane Akery at the tackles. The linebackers, Jacob Beeth and Justin Scott on the inside, Ryan Pitra and Ryan Hartsock on the outside. From the 20-yard line, first play for the Cardinal offense. I formation, give it to the tailback. Geneseo meets him in the backfield for a loss on the play.
Pitcher on the bottom, submarined him. A couple guys hit him high. I believe it was Hartsock hit him high. We don't have the luxury of the instant replay here that we have at home, but I saw Pitcher just submarine right in there, and he hit him low right at the line of scrimmage. Actually got a little loss.
Jordan Shanowski starts at a cornerback position. Cooper Humphreys at the nickel. Will Daniels at a corner, and the safety is Devin Haxby. 2nd and 11. About the same play and the same result. Geneseo able to stop the running back at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 10. Again, they're running right at Grant Pritchard. Grant, a senior at 6'1", 245.
They're trying. They're double teaming Grant Pritchard, but the other guys, again, pitcher right there, and the other one, Jacob Beeth, got in there. There's 3 or 4 guys in on those tackles right at the line of scrimmage. So their offensive line is not moving us back at all. No surge, which is really good.
Senior quarterback for the Cardinals is Jalen Culpepper, 6'2", 190. He's in the shotgun formation now with the receivers split out left and right, and the back judge throws the flag. They may have taken too much time to get this play off. Delay of game, that'll cost 5 yards and move them back to the 14.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer. There's no decision to make on that one. You just move them back to 3rd and 15 and just don't let them get the long ball.
Geneseo last week against Dunlap had 3 sacks, 2 interceptions. Gave up an early touchdown, but that defense settled in and played very well the rest of the way.
I have a feeling they'd like to not give up that early touchdown and then do the rest. Pick up a couple turnovers. This is kind of a good opportunity right here to extend themselves, make sure that they realize that they've got a ball game. Momentum's a phenomenal thing in this game.
8:29 to play in a scoreless first quarter, 3rd and 15. In the pocket, deep ball to the far sideline, overthrows everyone. It's incomplete. And we'll see the Cardinals come out and punt the ball to Geneseo. And again, this punt's going to go into the wind with Devin Haxby back for Geneseo. And he's joined back there by number 27, Quinn Singbush. They're standing at around midfield.
Deep was the proper description on that. It was 15 yards over the nearest receiver. This ball is going to be snapped at the 15-yard line. He's going to be punting from near the end zone, and they're punting into the wind. So this could be great field position for the Leafs.
Haxby and Singbush move up to about the 40-yard line. Punts away, heading towards Haxby, who watches it bounce and will not field it, and it rolls to the 48-yard line. Good field position for Geneseo in their second possession of the game as they start from the Cardinal 48.
Always good to start in the opponent's territory with the football. Again, the Leafs on their first attempt looked really good on the first 2 plays, and then Eisenhower came up with a really nice stop on 3rd and short. See what happens this possession.
Josh Beers in a split out wide left. Medina and Pitra on the wings with Akery behind Rusk. In motion is Pitra. They give it to Akery off the right side with room to run. Finds a gap and gets out to the 41-yard line. It's a gain of 7 for the senior fullback.
Nice blocking on the right side. I saw Carson Krause out there, and Pitra just follows him. Or Akery just followed him out.
Alex Disher, number 16, brings the play into the huddle. Last week, Akery with 81 yards rushing. Pitra had 126 on the ground. And Joey Medina with 42. Geneseo almost 300 yards rushing last week against Dunlap. Second down, we'll call it 4, just outside the 40-yard line. Pitch it back, Pitra coming around the right end, cuts it back, slips a tackle and gets inside the 35 down to the 33. It's a first down. Ryan?
4 of the 5 plays they've run so far have been nearly breakaway plays. A little bit of wear down here, and they're going to get a couple breakaways. They're not gang tackling either, so they're going to break one of these.
Geneseo's going to come up with Beer to the right, split out. Himlin's going to line up on the left side of the tight end position with the double wing formation. Medina comes in motion to the left. Give it to Akery. Trying the left side behind left tackle, breaks a tackle in the backfield, and able to get some positive yards out of what looked like a 2-yard loss.
That was just leg drive on Akery's part. It did look like he got hit behind the line of scrimmage and just bounced off, kept driving. Some of the Leafs got behind the pile and pushed it a little bit. Is that legal? If they don't call it, it is.
That's right. It works for a 2-yard pickup for the Green Machine. They're on the move. Ball at the Cardinal 31-yard line. Toss back. Pitra in between 2 defenders, gets to the 25-yard line, and I think he got tackled up high and grabbed his face mask.
That'd be a face mask or collar, horse collar, one or the other, because his head snapped back as he was just about ready to go down. That's going to get some real positive yardage. He did not pick up the first down, but he will with this penalty tacked on. Leafs moving the football very well right now.
Foul occurred at the 25-yard line. They'll march this down inside the 15 to about the 13-yard line. 1st and 10, Green Machine.
Hope the noise is not too much for you folks at home here, but we're out here in the wind. It's blowing pretty hard right now. Probably picking it up on some of these microphones.
Pitra in motion off the wing. He gets the ball coming around the right end and cannot get to the outside. He's tackled for little or no gain.
This isn't exactly the vacation we were promised, Keith, in Blue Island here, lovely Blue Island.
So, I don't know what went wrong, but
something happened.
I got to talk to my travel agent. 6 minutes in the scoreless first quarter. Geneseo with their second possession. They're on the move. They have it 2nd and 10 inside the 13-yard line of Blue Island. Double wing formation. Medina comes down the line. They give it to Acree. Short run for Lane to about the 10.
This is getting some hard yardage down outside the red zone here. Leafs having trouble moving the football all of a sudden, but there's still not a lot of defensive players at the point of the attack there at the tackle spot. It's one guy getting the stop, but they are some big fellas in there.
They've got 3 players from last year. Blue Island does at least 235 to 250 on the defense and offensive lines. That's kind of their key this season, their lines. To pass, Rusk with pressure, eludes one defender, gets a sidearm throw out to Joey Medina, I believe.
That's going to be very close.
And
he's going to, it's going to be so close. They're going to give him a first down.
First down pass, we'll call it 10 yards.
Made it by about 2 feet. Very nice. Rusk had defender all over him, shook him off, flipped that thing, like you said, sidearm out there, and picked up the first down. Well done.
The left-handed quarterback with his first pass completion of the game. 6 of 10 last week was Rusk, and a touchdown pass. 1st and goal, Geneseo, inside the 2. Acree trying to barrel his way into the end zone, and he's there. Touchdown, Geneseo. Green Machine on the board with 4:49 to play in the first quarter. Be the 10th caller to La Roma Pizza every time Geneseo scores a touchdown and win a free large 2-topping pizza. Live broadcast viewers and listeners only. 1 winner per season and must redeem within 1 week. La Roma Pizza, 944-6171.
He was hit again at the line of scrimmage and rolled off, just kept his legs driving. That was all. Was it good? Yep, it is good. Extra point is good. That was all Acree, just keeping those legs driving, getting that ball in the end zone.
Ryan Ganson with the extra point. He was 6 of 6 last week and 1 for 1 in tonight's game. It's 7-0 Geneseo, 4:49 to play in the first quarter. Geneseo 3 and out on their first possession, but this time they go a short field, about 48 yards for the touchdown. It took a total of 8 plays and 3 minutes and 26 seconds off the clock. A 1-yard run by Lane Acree. Acree had 2 touchdowns last week, adds his 3rd of the season.
Leafs want to take advantage of the wind at their backs in this quarter, try to get that ball back and try to get another score here. It's a definite advantage or disadvantage tonight, depending on which direction you're going, because that wind is coming right into the face of the Cardinals right now.
First meeting between these two schools. And good facilities here at Blue Island. I'm impressed with the school.
It is nice.
You probably can see it in the background there when you watch this back, but football field's in very good shape.
Very, very hospitable, too. Everybody's been very cordial, welcoming the fans here.
Ryan Ganson, his kickoff is an assail into the end zone. Wind aided, but we found out last week that Ryan can kick the ball into the wind and still put it in the end zone.
This is a school more than twice the size of Geneseo in terms of enrollment, and our crowd has them outnumbered 2-1, maybe more. It's a little bit amazing, don't you think?
I think so. Yeah.
Driving under those conditions, we have a Geneseo crowd here that it might be 3 times what they have over there.
1,800 students football enrollment for Blue Island. Largest school on the schedule for the Green Machine. Quarterback goes under center, 1st and 10 for the Cardinals from their own 20-yard line with 2 receivers out to the right. Give it to the lone setback, the tailback, a short run of 2 yards out to the 22-yard line. Like Parker Salisbury gets off the pile, number 71.
Their net yardage is about 0 right now, not even including the 5-yard penalty. They have not moved that ball more than 2 feet past the line of scrimmage yet today.
Salisbury's lined up at the nose guard, and then you move over, Grant Pritchard's going to move over at the right defensive tackle position, so Lane Akery gets a breather here. Geneseo has 3 down linemen, 2nd and 9. Handoff tailback.
Again, nice stop. Again, Salisbury up high and try to see it. Pitcher's down underneath, and the big boy, Drew Himmelman, was in on that tackle.
About the 4th time the Cardinals have tried to run in between the tackles, and Geneseo has probably given up about 3 yards rushing to him.
That was a pickup of 2, by far their biggest gain of the day.
3rd and long, we'll call it 3rd and 7 from their own 23-yard line. Cooper Humphreys matched up with the slot receiver. They'll throw it to this far sideline or near sideline, and it's incomplete. I don't know who he was throwing that to. There wasn't anybody near
Last time I said it was 15 yards. That one had to be 25 or 30. There was nobody there.
Looks like he throws a good pass. He just doesn't throw it to anybody. That was a good spiral.
I think I'll just throw this out there and see if somebody will run under it, but nobody's that fast.
Punt team comes in for the Cardinals. Geneseo will drop back and get ready to receive the punt with Haxby and Quinn Singbush at around midfield.
It's possible his receivers are not running the correct routes, but they're making him look really bad if that's the case.
Snap it back. The punt's on its way. And coming down to Haxby.
Oh, he's got some blocks. He's got some blocks.
Side. Down the sideline, Haxby to the 30, all the way down inside the 20 to about the 13-yard line. Good wall set up for Geneseo.
There's some yellow linen out here. Oh, he had that wall set up really well done. Received it over here on the near sideline, took it the opposite direction, and that's obviously going to be on the offense, so they're going to bring it back.
It's going to take away a 38-yard punt return by Devin Haxby, with Geneseo being called for an infraction.
3 minutes and 18 seconds here in this quarter, and the reason we mentioned that is it'd be nice to take advantage of the wind direction, get another score here in this quarter.
So instead of having the football inside the 15-yard line of Blue Island, Geneseo is going to have to be backed up to their own 45. Still not bad field position, but the return is something Geneseo would have liked. Pitcher on the counter play, up the middle, breaks a tackle. He's at the 40, Pitcher to the 30, down to the 20, the 10, the 5, touchdown. Ryan Pitra goes 55 yards and gives Geneseo a 13-0 lead. Be the 10th caller to La Roma Pizza every time Geneseo scores a touchdown and win a free large 2-topping pizza. Live broadcast viewers and listeners only. 1 winner per season and must redeem within 1 week. La Roma Pizza, 944-6171.
And he didn't cramp up on that drive. Last week there was quite a bit of talk about how wide open he was, and his legs cramped up on him. He could see nothing but the goal line, and he said his comment was he felt like he was running on stilts, but he just buried that one. They were about a couple yards behind him when he broke the line of scrimmage, and they weren't even close.
We have a Blue Island player down at midfield, so that's going to stall things here as we wait the extra point from Ryan Ganson. But yeah, I mean, Ryan Pitcher last week probably had maybe 30, 40 yards more rushing he could have had if when he didn't cramp up. He also stepped out of bounds. He got forced out of bounds earlier in the game. So, but 126 yards rushing isn't a bad night.
Once he gets open field, he seems to widen that gap on the pursuit, and that's just a really it's nice to have that kind of speed. But he also is very patient, following his blockers. He'll let the play develop, follow his blockers, and then when he sees that opening, he just bursts through it, explodes through it. And he's off to the races. So apparently it didn't make any much difference to that penalty. Seemed like it was going to be nice getting that ball on the 15-yard line. Instead, he just ran at the 55 yards he needed.
That scoring drive, 1 play, 55 yards. 11 seconds is what is what we're going to say.
Well, we said he had 3 minutes and some odd seconds to get it done, and there's still 3 minutes and 7 seconds left. So, they might get that ball back and get another one here with the wind at their back.
Player being assisted off the field, Michael Morrison for Eisenhower. He's a returning defensive back. And he's over to the sideline right now, waiting the extra point from Ryan Ganson. Alex Disher with the hold. Josh Beard's going to snap it back. And it's on its way, and this one is sent all the way to the scoreboard. Luke Johnson's going to go get that one. And Geneseo leads 14-0 with 3:07 to play in this first period.
This sky is getting dark. The clouds are coming in on us, and we're going to get wet. I don't think there's any way we're going to miss this one. We kind of hope there's not the IHSA has a lightning rule where you wait 30 minutes from the last lightning strike. So if the lightning starts coming, we're going to have a major problem. Rain you can deal with a little.
Right. So
I'm not sure what they do once the game has started. If you're winning 14-0 in the first quarter, what do they do with that, with the results of that game?
I'm not sure. Depends on.
Might have to come back and finish it.
Let's just hope we can get this in. So Geneseo.
They probably have some great accommodations here in this lovely resort of Blue Island.
I was in the gymnasium. I thought that was all right.
The school complex is really nice.
To kick off, Ganson puts it sky high, coming down to the goal line, and it goes in for a touchback. Good kickoff. And so the Cardinals will start from their own 20-yard line for the third time. Geneseo ahead 14-0.
The receiver thought he had that one, and the wind just kept carrying, and the wind just went right over his head in and out of the end zone. And Blue Island starts once again at the 20-yard line, and the Leafs defense out there ready to put a big stop on them again.
So Lane Akery, we take a look at the defensive line. He's back at tackle. Pritchard up front, and Himmelman, Jacob Beath, and Ryan Pitra, along with Ryan Hartsock at linebackers. Play action, rolling to the right, throwing, and completing the pass at the 25, slips a tackle, and gets out along the far sideline for a first down.
That's going to be their first down of the game. I wonder where that play was when they needed third and long. That was well executed.
12-yard pass.
We did have a missed tackle over there that would have stopped him short of the first down, but it was in open field and just slipped off.
Two receivers split out to this left side, matched up by Cooper Humphreys and Jordan Shanowski, who's got the white gloves on. Tailback with the call, slips a tackle, gets into the second level. Now all the way out to the secondary as he gets across the 40-yard line to the 42, and that looks like a first down play.
That's going to be another first down by about a yard. He picked up about 11 on that play. And coming around the end, Cooper Humphreys boxed it up, stopped it up for a while, but he kind of cut it back inside and didn't have enough help inside.
So wind the clock, 2:50 to play in the first quarter. Green Machine 14, Blue Island Eisenhower 0.
You hate to see them get this kind of momentum because they think they can solve this defense now.
Quarterback under center on 1st and 10, and Geneseo showing blitz and drawn off. That's going to cost the Green Machine 5 yards.
Beath kind of prides himself on timing that snap and coming across the line just as the ball snapped, but he just jumped it a little bit. They put a little delay count on, and Jacob got caught on that one.
Moves the ball up to the Cardinal 47-yard line. The Cardinals almost in all red. Red jerseys, red pants, black helmets.
Great numbers that you can't hardly read.
Really tough to see those again. Drop back, throwing it, puts it up long, and then trying to get the receiver to run underneath it. The wind held it up, and not too bad of a pass there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, that's the play they were trying to use earlier on both of their previous third and long situations, and that was a lot closer. I think it was because the wind held the ball up a little bit. He was only about 2 or 3 yards short of running underneath that. And it would have been 6 if he would have, because there was nobody to stop him.
Jordan Shanowski on the coverage there. And I don't know who was, I don't have an 87 on my program, so I'm not sure who can identify that player for Blue Island. 2nd and 5. Geneseo showing blitz here. from the linebacking core. Handoff tailback up the middle. Wrapped up from behind by Lane Acree as he gets close to that first down marker.
Acree had him wrapped, but the running back had the momentum, and he kind of drug him just a little bit, really close to that first down. They're going to give it to him. Yep.
So the Cardinals, who started from their own 20, that's their third first down of this drive, and they have it.
Now the Leafs, instead of having 3 or 4 people on the point of attack, now are having to make solo tackles.
Football across midfield at the Geneseo 47. Give it to their tailback, breaks up the middle, and out to about the 35-yard line.
That's Hartsock on the tackle, but picked up some nice yardage on the play. It looked like there was a lot of people, defenders, at the line, at the point of attack there in the line of scrimmage, and he just slithered through it.
Brandon Smith, the running back for Eisenhower, gets the first down.
Leafs do a lot of blitzing here, and when they get that many people in the backfield, there's not a lot of backers back there once they break through that line of scrimmage.
First and 10 from the 36, rolling out, throwing the football, completing the pass. Out near the 20-yard line. It's another first down for the Cardinals as Geneseo gives up a little bit too much of a cushion there on the far sideline.
And here comes the rain. People getting their umbrellas out. Another lovely evening for football.
It rained last week, Bob, but we were inside, and we didn't care.
The crowd kind of dispersed, but we had no problems. Cardinals are moving the football right here.
Under a minute to play in the first quarter, 14-0 Geneseo. On first and 10, movement on both sides of the line. Of course, both teams pointing that the other team is drawn off. And we'll check the call. They're backing up Blue Island, so it'll be first and 15 as they spotted at the 25.
I just want to tell you, Keith, I'm only willing to do this if you keep the camera on the field, because we look pretty ridiculous right now. You having trouble with your stats, Willis?
Few sprinkles coming down, but not like it was hour and a half ago.
Willis is going to have some less than accurate stats, unfortunately, which is never the case. That doesn't happen very often. But he's in charge of keeping.
First and 15 pass is almost intercepted by Jordan Shanowski. Got his right hand on the ball, but couldn't control it. There wasn't a receiver near him.
He was in shock because that ball was intended for him, I believe. There really wasn't anybody within 15 yards. That had to be a broken route. There's no other reason for that.
Stops the clock, 28 seconds to play in this first quarter with a 14-0 lead. Green Machine ahead of Blue Island Eisenhower, but the Cardinals are on the move. Have it inside the 30-yard line. Second and 15, and this pass is now intercepted by Shanowski at the 15. He's wrapped up immediately, and they blow the whistle. He wasn't down, but they blew the whistle to stop the play, and Geneseo has their first turnover of the game.
They ran the same play, and it was definitely designed for Shanowski again. There was nobody again within 15 yards. He's just standing back there, and the quarterback threw him the ball 2 times in a row.
So a promising drive by the Cardinals ends with Jordan Shanowski coming up with his second interception of the season.
I kind of want to watch the replay on that, just see what they got in mind on that myself, because there really is nobody there.
First and 10 from the 18, a whistle before the snap of the ball. That usually means the offense.
The defender was across the line. It just depends on whether he was drawn. No, they're going to call that defensive, offsides. But they're only going to give them, according to the marker, 4 yards.
Rain is starting to come down here. Steady now, picking up. This will probably end up being the final play of this first quarter. Geneseo. First and 5. Ball on the 23-yard line. Pitra with the call, wrapped up for no gain.
Crowd yelling for face mask. There was several people grabbing several different parts of the uniform. I don't know specifically it was a face mask or not.
And that's going to end the first quarter with Geneseo scoring twice. Lane Acree and Ryan Pitcher with touchdown runs. And at the end of one, it's Geneseo 14, Blue Island Eisenhower 0.
This TV50 telecast is sponsored in part by Hazelwood Homes, Geneseo Dairy Queen, Eric Henderson and Greg Anderson of Country Financial, Turpins of Geneseo, Geneseo Telephone Company, Central Bank, B&B Lawn Equipment and Cyclery, Snap Fitness, Vandemore Funeral Homes, Holland & Sons, Northside Rexall Drug, Hammond Henry Hospital, ProTech Auto Body, Village Home Stores, Liberty Village, Farmers National Bank. Please patronize these sponsors and let them know you appreciate their support of this TV50 telecast.
Ready for the start of the second quarter from Blue Island as Geneseo has built a 14-0 lead over the Cardinals. Geneseo will have the football when we start play here with a 2nd and 4 from their own 24-yard line. And the rain's starting to let up some. It's not bad.
Not bad. Leafs, a very successful first quarter, had 2 successful scoring drives, and then just as Eisenhower was driving down the field, they forgot what got them down the field. They get almost to the red zone, and they just quit doing what got them there.
8 in the box for Eisenhower. Pass over the middle and incomplete off the hands of Drew Himmelman at the 35. And had he come up with that catch, I think he'd still be running with the football.
Himmelman put his hands over his face. He knew he had that open field, and he knew it hit him in the hands, but that ball's probably really slick.
Drew last week, 4 receptions, 84 yards, and a touchdown.
It wasn't exactly a touch pass, though, either. It was a bullet right up the middle and probably had to feed it that way. And Drew will usually come up with that. So 3rd and doable, but they got to pick up this 3.
4 down linemen for the Cardinals, a 4-4 set. They pitch it back. Pitcher slips a tackle at the 20 and gets it out to about the 31-yard line, but it's going to be short of the first down. Or did he get it?
He got it, yep.
Picked it up.
Just slipped over that yardage marker, and he was dead meat in the backfield. Actually, it was still Greg who had the ball in the backfield, wasn't it?
Right. So football at the 31. Trying to get these yard lines.
Greg Russ, a nifty little slip of the defender and pitched the ball to Pitra. Picked up the yardage.
Double wing formation. Pitra in motion down the line. Acree out to the 40-yard line with a strong run there of 9 yards. Running behind Jacob Beeth and Carson Krause.
Love the way he could still run hard with both hands wrapped on that football. Nobody's going to rip that thing. He just busted through the middle of the line, bounced off about 4 players, picked up his 9. Tough fullback situation there for him.
Himmelman splits to the left side. It's Josh Beard split wide right. Motion by Medina and movement by Geneseo before the ball is snapped. It'll cost Geneseo a 5-yard penalty.
This is week 2. Still have a few of those little bugs to work out. That was one thing that they looked pretty slick on last week in week 1, that they didn't have those procedure penalties and some of that early season stuff, but I'm sure they want to clean that up a little bit. Still 3rd and doable. No, not a problem.
10.
Second and 7. 2nd and 6.
Gonna warp, I don't even say it. 2nd down and 6. Toss it back, Ryan Pitcher trying to get out the outside, cuts it back in, and Pitcher's close to the 39-yard line. It's gonna be about 3rd and 2.
kind of, again, waiting for his blockers, very patient, kind of picking some holes. There was really nothing there, but they just kept blocking, and he kept following them. 3rd and 2 is, as you mentioned, is, it's just kind of steady. We'll take that. If you can keep that thing under 3rd and 5 consistently down the field, they're going to be fine. Especially after this first down here, then they'll be getting into close to midfield.
Double wing with motion by Medina coming to this near sideline. They give it to the fullback. Lane Akery has the first down right in front of us as he stopped at the 42-yard line. A pickup of 4 for Akery.
Only needed 2, picked up 4. Quick hitter, nice hole at the line of scrimmage, and as it developed, Lane just kept driving. This offensive line, again, we talked about, they lost a lot of offensive linemen from last year's graduation class, but boy, I tell you, they're picking it up, and they should get better as the season goes on. They're blowing some nice holes.
4 seniors on that starting line tonight. Counter play to Ryan Pitra, able to sneak through past the 45 to about the 47. Picked up about almost 5 yards on the play. We'll call it 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6. Josh Beard coming in with the play.
Once again, Danny Derrick's calling the plays from the headphones. It's going to be just a little bit different. Players seem to like the excitement level of that change.
Ryan Pitra with the call again. Pitra trying to cut it back against the grain for some positive yards, and he has it across the Cardinal 50-yard line, stopped about at the 47.
That one's going to be very close, but they're moving it. First down.
First down for the Green Machine on consecutive runs by Ryan Pitra.
Very nice drive by the Leafs. Just to grind it out. 5 yards in a cloud of dust. Green Machine football. Well done.
8:30 to play in this second period. Geneseo with the 14 points. And they've got a shutout going against the Cardinals here in Blue Island. Long count. It's Lane Akery blasting off the left side inside the 40-yard line to the 38. Gain of 8 on the play.
One man hit him near the line of scrimmage or maybe within a yard of the line of scrimmage, and that's not going to take him down. If they think they're going to tackle Lane Akery with one man, they're going to have to it's going to have to be one big man.
Yeah, it looks like a 4-4 defense for the Cardinals. They're really trying to box it up there between the tackles.
The plays that they have stopped the Leafs, with not large yardage, it's been one guy that just stood up there and hit him head on, but they hit him to the side or hit him high. They're just going to take him down, take him through. 2nd
and short. Pitra gets the pitch, throws it back to Rusk, who makes the catch. Rusk at the 20, the 10, and Rusk into the end zone. A touchdown off a gadget play. Ryan Pitra, probably his first career touchdown pass. Well,
first varsity career for sure.
Be the 10th caller to the Roma Pizza and win yourself a free large 2-topping pizza. Live broadcast viewers and listeners only. 1 winner per season and must redeem within 1 week. La Roma Pizza, 944-6171.
Once again, all listeners must be live.
That's right.
Nobody dead out there.
Ryan Ganson, low snap. He's going to try the extra point, and it's good. Geneseo had 21-0, 7:27 to play in the second quarter. And a little trick play there for the Leafs.
That extra point would have been good for about a 40-yard field goal. That was a little trickery going on it, but it wasn't disguised much. They just caught him completely off guard. Ryan Pitra with a nice pass, but Greg Rusk was probably open by about 30 yards. There wasn't anybody looking at Greg Rusk for that play.
Greg's probably happy that he was that wide open. So Geneseo with the touchdown. They get their third touchdown of the game. And comfortably ahead here by three scores. Well, we kind of talked about Coach Denny Derricks, calling the plays here as the offensive coordinator. So coming up with some trickery play that works out for the Leafs.
He's had some experience up in Northern Illinois and up in Wisconsin Borders, some college experience. He's had some things since he's left Geneseo, and I'm sure you pick up a few things everywhere you go. He's brought some exciting stuff here. Kids like it. Should be good for the program.
Ganson sends a high kick down to nobody. They kind of watch it go over the top of their heads, and then Blue Island able to get back to about the 15-yard line. It was kind of like a second baseman and a center fielder looking at each other. Who's going to catch this?
They were both looking ahead to see who they were going to block. Neither one thought they were going to catch the football. And fortunately for the Cardinals, one guy decided that he ought to go back and recover that thing laying on the ground. That would have been some kind of turnover for the Leafs. They got 2 of those last week and turned into scores, and the game was over real early.
Blue Island on their last possession did move the ball deep in Geneseo territory, but then Jordan Shanowski stopped their drive with an interception. They spread things out here on 1st and 10 from their own 17-yard line. Culpepper takes the snap, hands it off. Nice room up the middle there for the tailback for Blue Island. And somebody down for Geneseo back around the original line of scrimmage.
Jacob Beath on the tackle reached out and tripped him up, or he might have got some real yardage. Not that that wasn't a nice run, but saved him from getting big-time yardage, and he might have seen pay dirt. Haven't picked up a number yet, but we're looking at a lower body. Looking at the legs, so always worried about head injuries and things like that. But
ball at the 28-yard line, 11-yard run for Blue Island, and so we got the trainers and the coaches out there looking at the injury on the field. Stops the clock, 7:20 to play in the second quarter. No sophomore game tonight. That game was canceled. Looks like Grant Pritchard is getting helped up here, number 73.
But he's walking off.
Grant, the starting nose guard for Geneseo, senior.
Limping a little bit, but he is walking off.
Well, we noticed from the first play that they were trying to double team him with the center and the guard, trying to get that tailback to come up the middle. And probably just caught himself down low. He's coming over to the bench right now.
Well, that is with Jacob Van Dorn sidelined here. We're losing some of the big boys in the middle. And Parker Salisbury, who has stepped up in Van Dorn's spot offensively and got some defense, is going to get a lot of action both ways apparently tonight. And that's who's at the nose guard right now.
Rain starting to come down again. Just started to pick up on 1st and 10. Eisenhower goes back to their tailback, a short run up the middle.
And just as we talk about Parker Salisbury, he wraps up tackle just past the line of scrimmage for short gain. Everybody's stretching their legs out there, trying to avoid that cramping thing again. It is that kind of weather again. It's kind of warm and muggy, and boy, if they didn't hydrate, you can get those things will jump up on you.
6 minutes, 30 seconds to play before halftime. Geneseo enjoying a 21-0 lead over Eisenhower. Roll out, throws, it's intercepted. Cooper Humphreys at the 35, down the far sideline to the 20. Humphreys is hit from behind inside the 10. And Geneseo has great field position off a turnover.
Well, they have a very nice passing game. It's just that they're throwing to the wrong jerseys right now. I don't know, maybe I'm not seeing it, but I didn't see the receiver in the area again. Just threw that ball up for grabs, and Cooper Humphreys just stepped in and said, okay, I'll take this. If the red jerseys don't want to catch it, I will.
Humphreys with his first interception of the season, the senior, starting at the nickel position defensively, returning starter from last year's runner-up team. Geneseo has the ball at the 11-yard line of Blue Island. Handoff, Joey Medina looking for a seam, and he breaks a tackle into the end zone for a touchdown. Green Machine up 27-0. Be the 10th caller to La Roma Pizza every time Geneseo scores a touchdown and win a free large 2-topping pizza. Live listeners only, one winner per season and must redeem within 1 week. La Roma Pizza, 944-6171.
Well, that was quick.
Just like last week.
Get that ball back, run it in on one play. you can kind of see, that again, that's what momentum does to you, though. You give up that football, you can see the shoulders start to slump, and boom, you hit him with that quick hitter. And it's really tough once you get yourself down 28-0. It's kind of hard to play the football game.
Extra point try on its way from Ryan Ganson. It is good. 28-0. We're in the second quarter with 6:08 to play before halftime. Joey Medina breaking 2 or 3 tackles on his way into the end zone, and that's his first touchdown for the senior wingback.
See some real good news over here. Grant Pritchard on the sideline running pretty freely. I think that limp is pretty much gone, and it looks like they might get him back in the ball game.
That is a good thing to see. Geneseo's going to come out here and kick off again to Blue Island with 2 scores in this quarter.
It'd be interesting to see if Blue Island can keep their heads up. Now, we got to give Dunlap some credit last week. I thought they did well when they get down by 5 scores maybe, and they came back in the second half and played with pride. We'll see what Eisenhower does here.
Well, everybody in the Geneseo starting backfield has scored tonight.
Yeah.
Rusk, Acree, Pitra, and now Joey Medina.
Like the way we spread that out.
Ganson tries to pooch it up. Fair catch called, and contact as the receiver for Eisenhower was hit while trying to catch the ball. So Eisenhower's going to start at about the 46-yard line.
Did that travel far enough?
Yep.
It did?
Traveled,
yep. Okay, yeah, it did.
14 yards. But
yep.
Heads up play there by the Cardinals to call fair catch.
It was high enough. Was that a fair catch? It looked like they hit him. I'm surprised there wasn't a penalty then.
I thought, I was looking for the flag there, but I thought he put his hand up to make the fair catch call.
That is a heads-up play if he actually did that.
From their own 46-yard line, the Cardinals. Quick pass to the outside. It's complete for a short gain, about 2 yards.
These quick little dump passes and, in the running game to some extent has actually allowed them to move the football. Anytime they try to go downfield, it's a disaster. They really haven't done anything successful going downfield except throw the ball over their own receivers' heads and throw a couple interceptions. So we'd like to see them try to go downfield again.
Will Daniels on that last tackle for Geneseo, number 8. He's the cornerback on the far side. 2nd and 8. Ball just short of midfield. Hand up off the middle to the tailback. Little or no gain on the play as Geneseo read that right away and able to get into the backfield and disrupt things.
Cooper Humphreys on the final smash. Okay, the rain's coming pretty hard. Parker Salisbury was in on that tackle. But in that backfield, it was Jacob Beath who slowed him down. Didn't get credit for the tackle, but he slowed him down long enough to get everybody else in on the action.
5:35 to play before halftime. It's a 3rd and 7. Play action with pressure and a sack back at the 40-yard line. Coming in there untouched, Ryan Hartsock. Number 80.
That was a free lane. Quarterback set, turned around and saw number 80. That's all he could see was number 80 in his face. Nice to meet you, sir.
Geneseo's going to call a timeout. Stops the clock, 5:13 to play, and they're up 28-0. And with this rain coming down, you got to start thinking maybe continuous clock. Try to get a couple more scores here and try to make this an early night and get out halfway dry. Does that sound good, Keith? Keith's like, yeah, keep talking, Lauren. I like the way you're thinking.
We like that idea, but we mostly like no lightning. It's really, I don't know, it looks like it's kind of calmed down from that lightning storm we had earlier, so maybe we'll get this baby in.
There's no wind. It's coming straight down. An hour and a half ago, the rain was coming down sideways.
Yeah.
They had several power lines down around the city, so we had a lot of reports of that. But we got power here. That never just a lot of lightning, which caused the sophomore game to be canceled. I guess they did get some lunch though, so they got fed. So those boys are so happy. Punt formation for Blue Island. Nice punt. And it's Haxby who fields it at the 20. Coming to this near sideline. Haxby slips down at the 28-yard line, and Devin looked like he had a lane.
Everybody says a slip and slide by Whammo out there. Everybody's down on the field. It's like nobody can stop without hitting the dust. No, it's not dust. There hasn't been any dust for a long time. It's raining pretty hard.
So Haxby bringing it back 8 yards to about the 29-yard line.
Yeah, I like your comment, Lauren. They're going to be thinking about getting this 40 points down on the board so this thing can roll. They're not worried about feeling sorry for the opposing team right now. They want to get this thing going.
Himmelman split out wide, handed off. Joey Medina, about the same play he scored on a moment ago, has a nice run of 8 yards over the 35-yard line, stopped at the 37. It'll be 2nd and 2 for the Green Machine.
Just exploded off that left side. Left side of the line is really blowing some holes out there.
Blue Island.
Is that Krause on this? It was Krause and Sam Thomas, I believe. This time we got Himmelman over here.
Unbalanced line to the right. Pitcher goes in motion that way. They give it to Acree. Spins his way, breaks a tackle, and Acree out to the 45-yard line on one more broken tackle by Lane. He's been on his way to the end zone.
He just bounces and spins. He hit about 3 guys and just spun off of them, picked up another 5 beyond the hit.
It's tough enough trying to tackle Lane Acree when he has a dry jersey on, but
you better wrap around, grab a hold of your own hands.
Steady rain coming down here.
The way he runs, he's not going to slip very easily. He just runs straight forward.
Toss back to Pitra, who goes to the 50-yard line. Gets about a 2-yard, 3-yard run, maybe a little bit more than that.
And Ryan made a nice cut out there on the wet turf. I thought he was going to slip as he was trying to make that cut upfield over on the right side, but turned it upfield, picked up nice yardage.
It's a 5-yard run for Ryan Pitra. We're under the 4-minute mark, 3:45 to play before halftime. It's the Green Machine 28 and the Cardinals 0.
Key obviously is hanging on to that football too because it's getting wet.
Double wing formation. Medina comes down the line. Give it to Acree up the middle. Not much there for Lane.
There were several red jerseys on that tackle. That was no solo tackle. There's about 5 of them on that one. And that's a flock of Cardinals, he called it, the PA announcer says. And that was probably the largest gang that we've seen on a tackle on their end all day long. Stuff
that play. It'll be 3rd.
And that's the reason he only picked up a couple.
Need at least, at least 3 to 4 yards here. We'll call it 4 yards on 3rd and 4. Toss it back, Pitra. He's got room to run and dives towards that first down marker. Looks like he has it.
He saw it. I think he was looking right at that down marker as he was diving, trying to hold. It's like the goal line. He's like the pylon over here, holding that football out there, making sure he got that yardage, and they were giving it to him.
Ryan able to keep his feet and get that first down. They have it at the Eisenhower 43-yard line. Ryan Hartsock brings the play in. He's going to line up at the tight end position on this side.
It's a good one. It's a good play.
Rain has still coming down, but not as hard. And Rusk to throw over the middle. Wide open, Drew Himmelman. And over his head, incomplete. He had the secondary beat. I'm not sure if he lost his footing or just could not get to the football, but it falls incomplete.
No, it was just one step too far. It wasn't a poorly thrown ball. It was just missed him by about a yard. Drew could have had one more step. He had to dive and outstretch for that thing and missed it by about a foot. One more step and he'd have been gone. And he already had his drop for the day. He knows that's his limit.
2:24 to play in the first half. Geneseo up 28-0 with Josh Beard split wide right. Counterplay to Medina coming back to the left. Running behind Salisbury. Medina breaks free down to the 10, the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Geneseo, and a flag back at the 45-yard line.
They're gonna flag us on that one. They're going to flag, unfortunately, because Greg Russ doesn't think it should be on him. but that's what the official is saying.
I didn't see what happened back there.
It was after the play. There was an exchange going on with the defensive lineman and our quarterback, and they're flagging. They're bringing it back, and they're going to flag our quarterback.
Parker Salisbury, the lead blocker there, threw a great block, and Joey Medina did the rest. But this that touchdown play is going to come back. They step it off. Goes back into the Geneseo territory. They'll spot it at the Geneseo 43.
That one hurt.
A personal foul against Geneseo. So we'll see if the green machine can overcome that penalty.
That was probably one of those situations where the second guy got caught.
Right.
I'm sure he got hit and probably just got a small retaliation, and he's the one that got caught.
Second down and 22 for Geneseo in the shotgun. Rusk throws it, and too high for his intended receiver, Josh Beard, and it brings up 3rd and 22.
Well, 2 passes and a penalty, 2 passes barely overthrown and a penalty here have put Geneseo in a tough situation.
What do you call on 3rd and 22?
Fullback up the middle.
Looking for 81 maybe here. Himmelman's in a split to the left.
It's very likely.
Matched up single coverage here with Pitra in motion.
Jump ball. No,
Rusk rolls to the right with pressure, and he goes down, sacked back at the 34-yard line. Geneseo will have to come in and punt the ball with the clock stopped for a moment with 1:50 to play, and the rain picking up and falling steadily again.
I'm not sure what the play was there. He rolled the opposite direction, which was, if he had Hillman set up on his left side as a left-handed quarterback, and he rolled against that. So I don't know whether he thought he could stop up there and reverse his throw, or if he was really going for something down the right side. But somebody snuck in that right side and foiled everything. So it's 4th and really, really long.
And the Cardinals will call a timeout. Referee just signaled the timeout. Looks like they were already over at their bench talking things over, but they make it official, I guess, and call the timeout. I think that's their first of the half. And they're trying to set something up here and get a score before halftime.
Well, they're going to get the ball in decent field position, and they would very much like to have a score in this final 2 minutes, minute and 50 seconds. Give them credit, down 28-0. They're thinking that we got to get a score on the board. They're still playing football.
They send a return man back deep. Javon Boyd is back at the 25-yard line. Greg Rusk standing at his own 22, waiting the snap on this punt attempt. Rusk gets it into the air, bounces at the 35, bounces to the return man, and he's hit immediately at the 30-yard line. Hustling down there, Joey Medina made the initial contact.
Medina slipped off of him, but did slow him down long enough for the other guys to get there, and they picked up only another yard or two after that. Not sure exactly who was there. Josh Beard was there as well. I believe it was Levi Warren.
So a minute 39 to play in the second quarter. Eisenhower's going to start from their own 30-yard line, and the Green Machine ahead 28-0 in a light shower here in Blue Island, tropical paradise.
It's just a slight wind now. It's not very much, and the rain has cut out quite a bit. It's not raining nearly as hard as it was, and that punt was kind of against the wind, so that's a pretty good result for in the straits that the Leafs were in. They've got a long haul down the field.
Line of scrimmage actually at the 20-yard line versus the 30. We'll see what the Cardinals try here in the last 70 seconds. In the gun. Out of the pocket, throwing long and overthrowing again his intended receiver in the Geneseo secondary with Disher and Jordan Shanowski on the coverage.
Well covered. Devin Haxby also, the safety out there. Again, Devin Haxby filling out that safety spot because Tyler Mackey is ill. So once again, the Leafs have found their depth, and it hasn't hurt them a bit. Some people have come in here tonight and done a very nice job.
That play took 7 seconds. We've got 1:32 to play before halftime. Same formation for the Cardinals. Shanowski on their receiver on this near sideline. Quinn Singbush on the other side of the corner. They'll try to run it up the middle. Some room to go there. And catching up is Cooper Humphreys, who comes up with the tackle from behind. Out past the 30-yard line.
Disher also up there to help him out.
It's a first down. They'll stop the clock at 1:26 in the second quarter.
There's times when they actually move the ball quite effectively.
Play action. Quarterback Culpepper throws and off the hands of Disher at the Geneseo 44-yard line. A couple receivers in the vicinity again. And that's incomplete.
They just have not been successful. The Leafs have been very successful at defending the long stuff. Just about everything has been overthrown.
Overthrown or intercepted. Geneseo with two picks in this first half. Maybe they can come up with a third here. Cardinals seem to be wanting to put the ball in the air. They'll throw again. The ball is tipped, and it is almost intercepted. Laying on his back is Ryan Pitra, who had the ball come down. Drew Himmelman got his paw on it and then tipped it almost to Pitra, who just probably wasn't expecting that to just kind of fall from the sky there right in front of his. He's
still slapping himself in the head. He thought that thing landed right in his head, and he didn't catch it. Almost a fatal mistake, trying to throw the ball over Drew Himmelman. Who's smart enough to do that? And don't try that.
And on third.
Don't try this at home.
Cardinals are going to take a timeout here on 3rd and 10. That's their second timeout. And
I would question that. If they get stopped here, that gives the Leafs the football. You think it was the Leafs called that, or the Cardinals called that timeout?
Well, the clock would have only started on the snap of the ball, so with that incomplete pass, I'm not sure why Geneseo will be calling a timeout. I thought the Cardinals called it.
That's true, unless they, you're right. So you're correct. With the clock stopped already, it doesn't matter. They probably just wanted to try to get something here, see if they can call that magic 10-yard play.
Got Grant Pritchard back on the field, Bob. That's good news. Grant was shaken up a little bit earlier in the game.
It is. Yeah, and it's possible that was a cramp too. It's hard to tell. This weather is very conducive, this humid weather.
So after the timeout, Blue Island's going to come up to the line of scrimmage. They're facing a 3rd and 10 from their own 32-yard line. Showing blitz, now backing off is Jacob Beath. Play action, quarterback in trouble, and down he goes. It's a sack by number 23, Justin Scott.
Justin Scott and Pritchard busted through there also. And officials are talking about something, but it's going to be 4th and really long.
Clock stopped at 1:03.
This TV50 telecast is sponsored in part by Hazelwood Homes, Geneseo Dairy Queen, Eric Henderson and Greg Anderson of Country Financial, Turpins of Geneseo, Geneseo Telephone Company, Central Bank, B&B Lawn Equipment and Cyclery, Snap Fitness, Vandemore Funeral Homes, Holland & Sons, Northside Rexall Drug, Hammond Henry Hospital, ProTech Auto Body, Village Home Stores, Liberty Village, Farmers National Bank. Please patronize these sponsors and let them know you appreciate their support of this TV50 telecast.
And we're back for the second half of football. From Blue Island, Geneseo leading the Cardinals of Eisenhower by a score of 28-0. Geneseo's going to kick off here from the 40-yard line. Ryan Ganson's going to put it on the tee, and they have the Cardinals have two players back deep around the goal line as Ganson has been able to drive this football downfield tonight. He's tried a couple of short kicks too. We'll see what happens on this kickoff.
They must have won the flip at the beginning of the game. I wasn't paying attention and deferred because there's no other way that we kick off the second half. Because if we win, we usually defer.
Right. Ganson's going to just drive this thing deep and into the end zone for a touchback.
And out of the end zone. He's got a lot of leg.
So we'll see the Geneseo defense come out here. They had a couple interceptions. Actually had 3 interceptions in that first half. Jordan Shanowski, Cooper Humphreys, and Will Daniels with an interception apiece. Grant Pritchard's back on the field. He's going to be at the nose guard position. Ryan Hartsock looks like he's going to line up at a defensive tackle position on the right side. And Drew Himmelman's going to be at the tackle on the left. So it's going to be Pitra, Beath, Justin Scott, and Cooper Humphreys out there in the second level.
It's kind of filling in. Actually, they just got 2 down linemen is what they've gone to.
Handoff up the middle. Tailback slips a defender and gets a short run maybe out to the 21. We'll give him a yard on the play.
Whole bunch of people underneath there. Pitcher on the bottom again, as always. And I don't know, Cooper Humphreys was in.
Yeah, Humphreys is in there. You got Quinn Singbush at a corner and Jordan Shanowski at the other corner. Devin Haxby and Alex Disher are the 2 safeties.
I'd say we have to give Grant Pritchard some credit on that tackle also.
He's right there in the middle, right in the thick of things tonight. 2nd and 10. Trying the right side. Slips a tackle, a flag thrown in the backfield, and the ball comes out after the tackle was made. Haxby came up and made the stop and got the football, but
they're going to call it down, so we'll see what the penalty is. They're not going to give Geneseo the football. Ryan Pitcher on the first trip.
Holding against the Cardinals. That'll back them up 10 yards. It'll be 2nd and 20 from about the 10-yard line. Just underway in the third quarter.
That's a long 20. That's yeah. They're back inside the 10.
They're known as the Fighting Cardinals, according to the billboard over there behind the scoreboard. 2nd and 20. Dump pass, it is complete, but no gain on the play as Jacob Beath read that and made the stop, maybe for a loss.
I saw him move that down marker ahead 1 foot. That was a huge tackle by Jacob Beath. Read that thing, as you said, and just was not going anywhere. As a solo, he's out there, out there in the open flat. Had to make it, or he would have picked up big yardage.
Jacob, two-way starter, one of 4 guys that go both offense and defense for Geneseo as starters. Grant Pritchard's going to come out. Lane Akery comes in at the nose guard position. It's a 3rd down and 23 from the Eisenhower 7-yard line. Culpepper, quarterback for Eisenhower, is flushed from the pocket, tackled by Ryan Pitra, and another loss on the play. That's back around the 2-yard line, and Eisenhower's going to have to punt from their own end zone.
I wonder if he ever stops to introduce himself before he drives their head into the ground. Hit him pretty hard.
I'm sure they know who Ryan Pitra is after that hit. So Geneseo doesn't have the ball back for the first time this second half. They have Haxby and Quinn Singbush standing at the 40-yard line. And the punt's going to come down to Singbush, who drops it, picks it back up at the 30, slips a tackle, comes down the far sideline to the 25 and close to the 20-yard line. Geneseo has it about 22 yards away.
Picked up some nice positive yardage. Could have been a lot worse. Much, much worse.
9:16 to play in the third quarter. Geneseo up by 28. Got a shutout going here against the Fighting Cardinals. They'll mark it at the 22-yard line. Jacob Beath at center. The guards are Carson Krause, number 64, number 62, Zach Shefsky on the other side. Quick whistle as it's Akery who got the ball. Medina, rather. And quick whistle because he lost two. Quick tackle made by Blue Island. Sam Thomas is the starting tackle on the left side, and the starting right tackle is Parker Salisbury. Alex Disher splits to the left side wide. Motion by Medina. And movement before the snap.
Salisbury, a senior. Sam Thomas, just a sophomore. And he's learning quick. Get thrown into fire.
Sam, big number 77. 6'3", 230. According to the program.
Nick Verbeck was 220 also.
Second down and 7, a 5-yard penalty against the Cardinals. Rusk under center. To throw. Over the middle. Himmelman makes the reception and is brought down inside the 5.
He's got to be close to the goal line. Didn't drop that one. Hit him right in the hands, and it looked like he could have just almost laid down and got the goal line. He's on the 1-yard line. Is that what you're saying?
Spotted at the 2, I think. Inside the 2. Pretty close to the 1. Lane Akery territory here now. Double tight. Medina on the wing to the right. It's Akery left side. Touchdown,
yes.
Geneseo. Up 34-0 with 7:51 to play in this third period. 10th caller to La Roma Pizza. You win a free large 2-topping pizza. Live listeners only, 1 winner per season, and must redeem within 1 week. La Roma Pizza, 944-6171.
Not to be overlooked on that drive was Quinn Singbush picking up that kind of fumbled punt, picking that thing up and taking that around the far side, picking up good yardage and getting that in good field position. It was pretty easy pickings then for the Leafs.
Every official throws a flag on this. Must have been pretty obvious. Geneseo lining up for the extra point try.
It's getting moved back. The kicks so far that Ganson has made have cleared by a long, long distance. So this distance shouldn't make a big difference, an extra 5 yards.
Backs him up. He'll kick from the 17.
Basically,
and it's good. 35-0, Green Machine over Blue Island.
Still could have been a 40-yard field goal. Amazing the leg whip that kid's got on that leg. I wouldn't want to be a receiving end of that. Might hurt.
Lane Akery with the touchdown run. He has a second touchdown in this game. 4 touchdowns on the season for Akery. As Geneseo trying to build this lead over 40 points if they can, and a touchdown away from a continuous clock.
That's going to take a stop because they're going to kick the ball away. The Fighting Cardinals are going to get their opportunity to try to put some points on the board. They've actually been successful at times running the football and on some short passes, but every time they try to throw that ball downfield, it's just been just kind of a disaster for them. They either overthrow their receiver or throw it into the hands of the Leafs.
Yeah, they put together one good drive tonight got inside the 20-yard line of Geneseo, but again, three interceptions thrown by the Cardinal quarterback.
Yep,
Ball out of bounds. It's going to draw a penalty flag, and Blue Island's going to start from their own 40-yard line.
That's a tactic we haven't tried yet this year. Let's just keep trying new stuff.
I wonder if they hold up those number cards for the defense. I wonder if those are waterproof.
I don't know. They can make more of those.
There's no rain going on right now. We're happy about that. We're in the third quarter, 7:51 to play. Geneseo 35, Blue Island 0. The Cardinal offense breaks the huddle, comes up to the line of scrimmage at the 35.
You can't tell if there's any clouds in the sky or not because it's so dark, but it doesn't appear to be any stars.
Culpepper takes the snap. We'll hand it off.
Oh, there's a nice hole.
Room to run up the
Look out,
middle.
look out.
Cutting it back and getting out close to midfield. A run of 14 yards.
That's a great open field tackle by Disher.
Brandon Smith with the 14-yard run for Blue Island.
That actually looked like a little bit of trouble. Disher doesn't make that tackle. It might be a race.
Cardinals scored 22 points last week in a 28-22 loss to Rich East. Ball is thrown and incomplete. This one coming back towards us, Bob. Good thing the fence was there.
Overthrown by only 30 yards that time.
So that incomplete pass will stop the clock.
It's just happened too many times to be blown receiver routes. I don't know. I guess I've never seen anything quite like it.
I haven't been able to figure it out yet. So ball at the Cardinal 48-yard line. Geneseo, two down linemen, inching up, showing blitz. Here they come. Handoff tailback. Cross midfield, a gain of about 3.
Took about 4 guys to get him down again. Several guys wrapping him and kind of holding him. Beath coming up. That was Acree in there to hit him one time, and he's trying to get his helmet straightened out. He came back off the field. He might have actually lost his helmet. Not sure.
Twisted or something. 3rd and 6 for the Cardinals. Passing out of the pocket. Another high pass, sailing incomplete. This one goes on the track on the other side.
Overthrown. One thing about it is he doesn't throw short.
We'll see what they do on 4th down here. It's down by 35.
It's kind of like golf. Don't leave your putts short. You might have a 30-footer coming back, but don't leave it short.
Geneseo's going to get the football back on this Cardinal punt. They've had some excellent returns in the punt return game tonight between Haxby and Singbush, and it's going to be Haxby's turn this time at the 10. To the 15, trying to find something and cutting it back this way. Penalty flag comes in. Haxby out to the 40, to the 50, and brought down with a face mask at the 50-yard line. So penalties on both teams as Geneseo's going to be called for probably a clip or a hold, and Eisenhower for a face mask.
Now it's going to be interesting to see how they mark this off. They're both major penalties. But when the running back reverses the field like that, that's when you start to see, defenders getting blocked in the back. Very nice run by Haxby. Really a nice job of reversing his field.
Well, I think they waved that flag off. They said he was grabbed by the shoulder pad versus the face mask,
which is illegal.
So I don't. It looked like his head got twisted around.
Yeah.
But so the penalty is going to be marked off against Geneseo. They waved the parent flag they threw against Eisenhower. They waved that flag off. As I'm back Geneseo back to the 15-yard line.
Well, they need to work on these long drives, long sustained drives, 6 minutes, 25 seconds to see how long it takes them.
Tight formation for Geneseo. Pitcher in motion. Second back through, it's Medina. Medina at the 30, Medina out to the 40. It's a foot race. Midfield, Medina down to the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Joey Medina has a second touchdown. This one from 85 yards.
Well, it took 13 seconds.
10th caller to La Roma Pizza. Every time Geneseo scores a touchdown, you win a free large 2-topping pizza. La Roma Pizza, 944-6171. Live broadcast viewers and listeners only. One winner per season.
Once he hit that open field, there was nobody going to catch him unless he cramped up. We have to put that disclaimer in there now that we've actually seen it live.
And that puts the score up to 41, so we'll have a running clock here the rest of the way with Ryan Ganson. Just like he did last week, 6 of 6 for extra points for the senior kicker. It's 42-0 Green Machine. Well, Geneseo's got this formula going on, Bob. You have a penalty on a punt return, and then next play just break off a long run and score.
Exactly. Increase the yardage, increase the challenge, and just meet the challenge. So. Nice play. He just broke off left tackle, and boom. There was nobody going to catch him.
So Joey with, I think that was an 85-yard touchdown run for Medina.
They had everybody up. It appeared that they just assumed that Acree's going to get the football. And as soon as he didn't, there was just a gaping hole, and Medina just blew through it. There was nobody back there. The only guy that had any prayer of catching him was on the far side of the field trying to get an angle, but he wasn't going to catch him.
We have 6 minutes and 11 seconds to play in the third quarter. And Geneseo up 42-0. So again, continuous clock the rest of the way.
Goes fast. It goes fast. One thing about that is you do lose a little bit of time for your depth chart to get in there. You know, these kids practice every day just like everybody else. They want to get a few minutes in there, and you also want to see what those backup people do for when you have the injuries or the illnesses. He's in the end zone.
Ganson kicks off and drives this one all the way to the end zone. It's caught, but caught in the end zone, that's an automatic touchback in high school football.
Yep, you can't run back kickoff more than 100 yards in high school. Some of the pro records are right back there, 108 and 109 yards.
I still don't know why they come out 8 yards deep out of the end zone and think they can.
All you got to make is 28 yards and you broke even. Sometimes they do.
Geneseo starting to get some new players out here too. We start seeing some new numbers.
Kiko Pena jumps in at the nose tackle.
Got number 41 Connor Welch out here on this left cornerback position. 1st and 10, Cardinals from their own 20-yard line. Geneseo up 42-0. And making the stop is Cole Hunsaker, number 37.
Hunsaker gets her in there and gets his name called right away. Levi Warren in there coming out of that pile. He was on this side of the linebacker. Nice pursuit.
You have number 31 Gunnar Gaines. He's on the right cornerback position, far sideline. So some new guys in for Geneseo with a comfortable 42-0 lead. Gain of 5 on the play, 2nd and 5 from the 25. Give it to their tailback and wrapped up by Levi Warren. And some stuff going on down the field.
Jake Yarger also on that side stacking up some of the blockers. Try to get all these names in there.
Gain of 4 will be 3rd and 1.
I think we mentioned Kiko Pena in there. Josh Beard on the defense, runs a lot of offense, gets in on defense also, plays both ways.
Third and 1, looks like maybe a quarterback sneak to try to pick up that first down.
Looks like he probably did.
And they will move the chains here along the Geneseo sideline. First down for the Cardinals. So they have it at the Geneseo or at their own 32-yard line.
Hunter Hinton over on that far side, as well as Sam Welch. I don't think we called those names out. it's good to see these guys come in there and see what they can do. See what they can put the stops on them.
New set of downs for the Cardinals. To throw it. Pass is a little high and off the fingertips of the intended receiver on the far sideline. Incomplete. And with that incomplete pass, the clock does not stop.
Slightly overthrown on that one. Not quite as dramatically overthrown.
Again, the Green Machine back home next week against Chicago Peyton. Sophomore team will be playing at 5:15. They did not get their game in tonight.
Tumbo in the game at safety here. Tumbarella.
2nd and 10. Quarterback keeper.
Oh, he slips away.
Yep. Gets upfield to the 45 before he's finally brought down. Sandwiched in there, Alex Disher comes up and makes the stop. Josh Beard on that tackle too.
Almost had it. I know Sam Welch was in on that tackle. Comes up on the bottom of the pile. Almost had him in the backfield, but he slipped out, picked up some yardage.
It's good enough for a first down.
I know these guys want to prove that they got it. A lot of them underclassmen trying to get some time in and prove that they're the guys to go to next year and later on when they're needed.
Shotgun formation. Receiver resetting. They'll run the quarterback out of the gun. And body slammed out here at the 45-yard line by
Yarger.
Jake Yarger.
That was Yarger with the body slam. He thinks he's still in the weight room. I see him in there an awful lot.
C.J. Majorkirk, number 15, is in.
Ben Rowley, the 84, comes in at the defensive end on this side.
So again, with this continuous clock, the coaching staff trying to get as many players as they can because it's going to go by quick. And Cardinals moving the ball downfield against this Geneseo defense as they have it inside the 44-yard line. Bad snap. Quarterback falls on it.
I think it's a good thing he didn't pick that up because there was hot pursuit. Hunter Hinton was just about ready to level him. Pulled the stops up. You know, it doesn't matter whether it's the first unit or the second unit or the third unit. Geneseo's kind of had just a little bit of a tradition of bending but not breaking. As soon as they get down here, anywhere approaching, that end zone, it seems like they stiffen up. And, maybe that's what's going to happen here. That's what you got to hope they understand that, you can bend a little bit, just don't give them that score.
A couple guys coming in. Number 52, Nick Anderson. He's on the defensive line along with number 70, Carter Billier. 2nd and long. Pass is complete. Turning it upfield to the Geneseo 40-yard line before he's taken down over there by C.J. Majorkirk, number 15.
That's the first pass they've completed in quite some time. Sets up a 3rd and about 7. This could be a key play. See if they can get a stop here.
Might be the last play of the quarter, though.
They'll probably have to stop him twice.
We're down to 10 seconds. They're at the line of scrimmage trying to get this play off before the horn sounds. Looks like they're going to let it run down.
Yep, they're not going to try to get it off.
So the Green Machine, they put another 14 points on the board here in this 3rd quarter, and they leave Blue Island Eisenhower 42-0 after 3.
This TV50 telecast is sponsored in part by Hazelwood Homes, Geneseo Dairy Queen, Eric Henderson and Greg Anderson of Country Financial, Turpins of Geneseo, Geneseo Telephone Company, Central Bank, B&B Lawn Equipment and Cyclery, Snap Fitness, Vandemore Funeral Homes, Holland & Sons, Northside Rexall Drug, Hammond Henry Hospital, ProTech Auto Body, Village Home Stores, Liberty Village, Farmers National Bank. Please patronize these sponsors and let them know you appreciate their support of this TV50 telecast.
1 quarter to go here from Blue Island as the Green Machine leading the Cardinals of Eisenhower High School by a score of 42-0. We have a continuous clock going here in this second half now as Geneseo has put together a couple touchdowns in the third quarter. And we're waiting for the Cardinals to take the field here to start this fourth period, facing a 3rd and 6 from the Geneseo 40-yard line. A lot of substitutions in for Geneseo. We've seen a lot of new players come in here. We'll try to keep up with the substitutions as they come onto the field and get all these names in as best we can. Out of the gun, pass is thrown and incomplete.
It's going to bring up a 4th and 7, and the Fighting Cardinals appear they're going to have to go for it. You haven't got a lot to lose right now. They are in Geneseo territory. So this is kind of a big play for this group.
I do not have a number 11 on my program, but he was in on that play for Geneseo. Maybe he's on the other side of the card. I'm not sure.
You got me.
I don't know. Clock moving close to the 11-minute mark. It's 4th and 8, and the Cardinals are going to go for it. Quarterback keeper with trouble in the backfield, nowhere to go, and he's finally wrestled down by Sam Welch.
Nice. Sam was not going to be duked on that one. He had him boxed in. He gave him about 3 juke steps, and then just was not going to buy it. Stuck right with him. Finally, some help came up, and they got him down on 4th down, and well done by that second group. Nice job of defense.
Whole new set of players coming in for the offense, led by junior quarterback Will Daniels, and coming out to snap the ball. The new center for Geneseo is 57, Logan Schwarzenruber. That's a fun name to say. Logan's a junior, and we'll try to get the rest of the guys here as we move along. They'll toss it back. Quick hit on the sweep play. Little or no gain on the play as it went to Singbush. Got the pitch.
Kiko Pena in there also, and Jacob Widger just checks in, trying to get some of these numbers in. Carter Billiers still in. He was on defense.
Ben Rowley's out there, 84, and Nick Anderson, 52.
Do you want me to? I'll give them your phone number here just in case we miss somebody. Then moms can call you.
Sure. Anytime.
They know Keith's number already.
2nd and 9.
Oh, nice. He was hit.
Nice run there by Geneseo.
Nice hit at the line of scrimmage. Figure out a way to get through. Is that Haxby? No.
Cole Hunzecker, 37.
Hunzecker, my bad.
Makes it a manageable 3rd down. 3rd and 4, we'll call it, for the Green Machine. They have it at the 48-yard line of Eisenhower.
Gunner Gain split out wide.
9 minutes to play in the game, 42-0 Geneseo. Second back through, that's Welch. And Connor with a short run of about a yard. 4th and about 3. I think Geneseo is going to end up trying to go for it here. I don't see the punt team come in.
CJ Majorkirth in there, and Sam Welch checking back in.
Daniels getting the play coming in from the sidelines. Paul Castorf was bringing that in. So 4th and we'll call it a long 2 at the Cardinal 47-yard line.
Castorf going to play that guard position.
Fullback, 1st down run for Geneseo out to the 41-yard line.
Nice blocking at the point of attack up there on that offensive line on the left side.
Cole Hunzecker with the 1st down run, junior at 5'7", 165.
I know Billier was over there. I'm trying to figure out who might have been over there. Nick Anderson on that left guard possession. We're going to give him credit for a nice block.
Second back through. 5-yard run there for Geneseo.
I think that was Warren.
Number 25, yes.
Yeah, Levi Warren.
Got a good lead block from Hunzacker, fullback.
Bryce Iwinski comes in with the play. Haven't got to call his name yet. Good to see all these guys get in here and get some action. They worked hard this week in practice.
7.5 minutes to play in the game. Geneseo on the move. Connor Welch with the call. Welch inside the 35, takes the ball down to about the 34. And we're looking at a 3rd and 5 for the Green Machine. Well, they marked it at 33. It's going to be 3rd and 3 for Geneseo. They can pick this up. Will Daniels brings them up to the line of scrimmage. Gunnar Gaines is going to split out wide to the left. Levi Warren on the wing to the right. 3rd and 3. Hunzacker met in the backfield and taken down high. I think he's going to be short of the first down. It'll be 4th.
Number 37, Cole Hunziker with the carry. Just short of the first down. It'll be 4th and 1.
Keep these guys coming in and out. Jacob Widger brings it in. Rolly out.
4th, and we'll call it about a yard. Geneseo has it at the Cardinal 33, trying to keep this drive going. 6 minutes to play in the game. Up 42-0.
Oh, he's got it.
First down and a little bit more for Cole. Inside the 30-yard line.
Let's give the right side of that line some credit for giving it a nice hole, and Hunziker hitting that hole quickly.
Couple more players come in.
Yeah, we got some guys checking out there. Anderson checks out. Billiard checks out.
A few new guys on that line of scrimmage. Welch will line up at the wing to the left, and Warren's going to shift back to the halfback position and take the pitch. Here comes Warren sweeping to the left. He's got room to run. And down to about the 15-yard line goes number 25, Levi Warren. So this new unit's working pretty good, moving the football downfield.
Doing nice. I don't know if they're using their deeper guys too or not. I just don't. But, you got to give these guys credit. They're moving the ball. Paul Kastorf checks into the game. We're probably going to be missing a couple guys that came in the ball game. I can't see the numbers over there.
Geneseo has it 1st and 10 from the Cardinal 18-yard line. Warren in motion. It's Hunzacker up the middle, puts his head down and drives the pile inside the 10-yard line.
And the pile just keeps driving itself.
Number 37, Cole Hunziker.
Good push up field there by that offensive line.
Who's on the left end over there? I'm seeing 75, which I don't have, maybe. I could have the wrong number. There's a possibility that they did dress some sophomores since they didn't have a game tonight. Those sophomores were postponed because of all the lightning and rain.
4 minutes to play in the game. Geneseo has it 2nd and 3 on the Cardinal 10-yard line. They'll toss it back. Connor Welch finds a seam, gets down to about the 5, and that's good enough for a first down. So Geneseo's going to have it goal to go at the 5-yard line.
Okay, correction on my eyes. That's not 75. That's CJ Major Kurth. That's 15. I thought I was seeing 75 over there. Help me out, Keith.
1st and goal. Geneseo will line it up. 3:30 to play in the game, looking for their 7th touchdown of the game, up 42-0. Will Daniels, quarterback, will take the snap. Gives it to Levi Warren. Coming off left tackle, Warren inside the 5, has about 2 more yards. 2nd and goal from about the 3.
Students, please make phone calls, proper arrangements, get a ride home. Call your parents.
3 minutes to play in the game. Gunnar Gaines is going to line up wide left, single coverage on him. Motion in the backfield by Welch. Cole Hunsaker up the middle, touchdown.
Yeah, we got a flag over here.
Maybe some movement before the snap.
Yep.
Cole Hunziker with the carry. It's good.
Two backs in motion.
Touchdown, but there is
And that's going to back up Geneseo.
But they'll get another shot.
Even with a penalty, the clock does not stop. So we're down to 2.5 minutes to play. Geneseo's going to be set back to about the 8-yard line, so 2nd and goal from the 8. Ben Rowley's going to split out wide to the left-hand side with Levi Warren in motion and movement by Geneseo up front. And there's a 5-yard penalty again against the Green Machine.
flag. That's a false start.
This is
Geneseo
where they score.
lose another 5 yards.
You know, they increase the challenge a little bit, you back them up a little bit, and then they just go for the score. It's too hard to get a first down. Can't get one now. You just got to score.
It's worked a couple times tonight after some penalties. Geneseo's been able to score on the next play.
Bryce Iwinski just brought a play in, and it's going to be a good one.
From the 13-yard line. 2nd down. Hunsaker up the middle to about the 9.
Hunziker with the carry.
And a 3rd down coming up for the Green Machine.
5 yards. It'll be 3rd and goal.
They're blowing some nice holes in there. I like the way this offensive line is working. Okay, we do have a 65 on the field that we don't have a number for on either side of the card, so we got some guys out there we're just not sure about who they are right now. Apologize for that.
3rd down play. Levi Warren close to the 5-yard line. It'll be 4th down with a minute to play in the game.
Once again, hit at the line of scrimmage, just kept those legs driving, picked up some nice yardage.
4th and goal.
A couple more players coming in for Geneseo here. Gaines back in the lineup.
Clock ticking away here. It's the ball game, 44 seconds, 43, 42, and it's still running.
Looks like they're going to take a knee here on 4th down. Daniels will step back, take the knee, and we'll have a change of possession, which will just mean the clock's going to run out, and that should be the final play of the game. The teams will start lining up here. So Geneseo's 2-0 on the season after the victory tonight against Blue Island Eisenhower. 42-0 is the final score. Bob, some thoughts here about tonight's game?
Well, I think they came in and did what they had hoped to do, get a nice lead on. They didn't give up that early touchdown like they did last week. They really wanted to keep the goose egg on the board. Really impressed with the second and third units. The kids were coming in here and they kept that 0 up on the board. Did a really nice job defensively. Had their backs to the wall a little bit on that last drive, and actually had an opportunity the offensive unit had an opportunity to score. So, it's just an all-around well-played game by the Leafs. A couple small penalties that they're going to want to work those bugs out, but it's week 2, and I think they're probably right on track where they want to be. The coaching staff's got to be happy with where they're at this point of the season.
Okay, Geneseo 2-0. We'll catch up with you next week, Bob, when Geneseo plays Chicago Peyton. I'd like to thank Ron Hartman and Geneseo Communications for providing TV50's internet streaming. Kim Kennett back at the WGRG FM studio. Our statistician, Willis Andel, and umbrella holder, and our technical coordinator, Keith Kennett. Thanks for tuning in to our game tonight. We'll catch you again next week. Geneseo beats Blue Island Eisenhower by the final score of 42-0.